It's been an entire year since Trailblazer Reloaded, but we are back. Leagues 5, The Raging Echoes is only a few weeks away. Let the countdown begin. Day 1 came with the reveal of 3 relics all in the first tier. Rather than past leagues where you chose a more AFK route versus a higher efficiency route like Endless Harvest or Production Master, they have been combined and segmented by harvesting skill. It breaks down into choosing either the Echo Axe, Echo Harpoon, or Echo Pickaxe. All of them follow a similar trend: better mining with auto smithing and crafting, better wood cutting with auto fire making or fletching, or better fishing with auto cooking. But there's more than meets the eye for each of these. The first big takeaway though, if I'm understanding the language of these perks, is the 50% success chance on a fail. If they mean every time you don't cut a log, you flip a fair coin to determine if you get it anyways, this is a tremendous buff to high level resources. Consider the Harpoon. At level 76 fishing, you have a 16.8% chance to catch sharks. At 6,000 ticks an hour, 5 tick fishing if the spot never moved, you would get 1,200 chances or 201 sharks. That's 22k XP at 76. Now we move to the new scenario. At 4 ticks, we get 1,500 chances, so that's a 25% increase in sharks and XP. However, because of the 50% chance reroll, we now replace those failures with 50% success. So at 76 fishing, 250 of the 1,500 chances would normally be caught. But now an additional 1,250 over 2 or 625 bonus sharks should now be caught. That increases your XP from 27.5k an hour at 76 to 96k an hour before XP multipliers. This completely shifts the normal meta away from XP gain, to go away from the easy simple rocks like power mining iron into mining runite, catching sharks, cutting magic trees. Now let's go one by one. First, the Echo Pickaxe. Beyond the aforementioned increase to low success chance resources, ores are automatically sent to the bank and each rock will contain 4 ores. You can buff this even further with the mining gloves to get 7 ores from one node. Strongest of all in my opinion though is the Production Master effect, where ores are auto-smelted and gems are auto-crafted. That means 0-time crafting and smithing training while mining. This is incredibly strong at first glance, but from prior experience in leagues it's quite common that mining is trained using shooting stars, and smithing is using something like Blast Furnace or Giant's Foundry. If your route doesn't have access to Blast Furnace or you need lots of crafted items like dart tips, this could rise in value. It's a bit early to tell, but I don't think anyone would regret choosing mining. Next up we have the Echo Axe. It has a similar 50% chance of success when you fail, and wood cutting items are sent to the bank instead. However, instead of smelting ore, now you can either burn the logs or auto-fletch them into arrow shafts, and you'll never fail to make a fire at any level. This last part is incredibly weak. Once you're at 43 fire making, you'll never fail to burn a log, and fire making is already an incredibly fast skill. This is further nerfed if you have access to things like Wintertodt. I really don't see this being nearly the value of smithing or fishing, but if you turn off the burning effect, you could be able to collect teak and mahogany logs for planks. Technically then, the axe will be the only choice that affects 4 skills: construction, woodcutting, fire making, and fletching, but its impact is so low on fletching, and I think fire making as well, that I'm not sure if this is the strongest choice. Finally, the Echo Harpoon. The Harpoon axe is all fishing tools, and fish are automatically sent to the bank. Unlike other perks, it has only a 50% chance to auto-cook when fishing. However, unlike the other perks, you attempt to catch fish 1 tick faster. For my 3-tick enthusiasts, I think this may be a wasted perk, but if you want or need to AFK fish, like when you're editing videos, this could be a solid buff. Finally, you cannot burn fish while you're cooking, so even though only 50% get sent to the bank cooked and the other 50% will be uncooked, you can't burn them. But the Harpoon extends beyond just fishing and cooking. It also works on Hunter. Hunting traps can never fail, box traps catch chins faster, chins are doubled and when caught give double XP, and impling jars cannot be broken. If you're in a region with chinchompas like the wilderness, this is an incredible buff. Never failing hunting traps is also an insane XP boost. So after all that, I'd say for my money, the fishing perk is going to be all around the strongest. First of all, it affects 3 skills majorly: fishing, hunter, and cooking. The other perks technically touch 3 and 4 as well, but I think the impact is going to be less overall. Fishing provides one of the strongest speed buffs if you're not 3-ticking, cooking is already fast and 1-tickable, and burning is no longer a problem. Also, if you're not trying to max, the one gathering resource you might still be constrained on is food. The woodcutting perk technically touches the most skills, but it feels the weakest by far. Fire making is fast, and not burning logs is relatively useless. Gathering plank supplies is definitely good, as training construction can be brutal, but only doing part fletching in an already fast skill like fire making just feels extremely weak. Woodcutting is already a pretty AFK skill and can already be quite fast with tick manipulation, and unfortunately the construction materials like teak are already in the low success required meta, so buffing that with the coin flip doesn't really matter. All in all, it completely depends on your routes and which regions we take, and I think it's way too early to be having anything set in stone, but I think the default strongest in a normal game would be the Harpoon. That's it for the day 1 perks. I'm a bit behind schedule on daily uploads, but I'll be finishing uploading day 1 through 4 vids today and keeping a daily schedule starting tomorrow. As we gain more information, I plan on releasing a more in-depth region guide covering all the pros and cons of each area, as well as a few potential routes for those who are looking for a baseline to work off of. Subscribe if you're looking for more Leagues 5 content, and I'll see you in the next one.